Before I end stream though, we've got some important stuff. Came over from Play Overwatch. Now, let me remove this stuck in queue thing, because even though we've been stuck in queue, it's not pertaining to us at the moment. Overwatch 2 launch status update. It's from Jody. Hello, Jody. Hello, heroes. Yesterday was an exciting day for the Overwatch team. A day that we know you've been looking forward to for a long time. While millions of people have been enjoying the game, the launch has not met your or our expectations. First, we want to apologize to our players. We expect the launch of Overwatch 2 to go smoothly. We hold ourselves to higher standards and are working hard to resolve the issues you are experiencing. We want to provide transparency on the issues, fixes we've made so far, and give you insight on how we're moving forward. We are keeping a list of known issues here, while we will keep a deep dive into the top issues. Let me mute alerts. Sorry about that. First up is SMS Protect. SMS Protect. We designed Overwatch 2 to be a live service, which enables us to be responsive to a variety of player feedback. This is one of the biggest things that I took away when I first met Team 4, and I met the Overwatch team recently, was they were very much committed to being fast-moving and trying to fix problems, not the Overwatch team that we used to know. We have made the decision to remove the phone number requirements for a majority of Overwatch players. Any Overwatch player with a connected Battle.net account, which includes all players who have played since June 9th, 2021. Since June 9th, 2021. Will not have to provide a phone number to play. We are working to make this change and expect it to go live on Friday, October 7th. We will update players once it is in effect. We remain committed to combating disruptive behavior in Overwatch 2, accounts that were not connected to Battle.net, as well as accounts that will, as well as new accounts, sorry, the share thing fucked me up, will still have to meet SMS requirements, which helps ensure we're protecting our community against cheating. If a player is caught engaging in disruptive behavior, their accounts may be banned whether they are a new account or not. A team will be listening to our ongoing feedback and will make further adjustments in this area if required. Queue issues, server crashes, and stability. First off, by the way, that's a massive W, because there was a lot of people that had prepaid phone numbers that were Overwatch players that weren't able to play the game, and now they can. So that's a big step in the right direction. Queue issues, server crashes, and stability. TLDR, we've addressed some issues and are in the process of addressing others, but players should still expect to see long queues. Login queues and server crashes and stability problems are intertwined, so we'll talk about them together. Players may have been seeing their queue numbers jumping around, going from small numbers to larger number. This is due to being 2 queues for players, one through Battle.net and one through the game itself. This process is usually invisible to players, but was being seen in real time. We have made changes to simplify the queuing process, so players should now only be experiencing the one queue before entering the game. So, everyone's been stuck at that screen. This is what they're talking about to fix that. There are several areas we are working to improve stability. Today, we've patched a server that is critical to the login experience, and this change has increased login stability. Beyond queues, we're in progress with another server update that will reduce the occurrences of players being disconnected once they're in the game. Finally, the player database is being overloaded, which cascades and causes a backup in the login systems, which eventually leads to some people being dropped out of queues and being unable to log in at all. So this is like if you were at 20,000 and you drop down to 0 or 2,000 and you get put back to 20,000. This is what's happened. We're continuing to add nodes to adding nodes to ease the pressure of the player database. The process of adding nodes requires replication of data, which inherently adds pressure to an already stressed system. So we're doing it slowly and not to cause any further disruption as devs and engineers work through separate issues. We are also currently throttling queues in order to protect the player database as much as we can while we scale. This feels bad in the short term, but once it's done, will greatly improve the experience for all players across multiple fronts moving forward. This is I mean, old Blizzard wouldn't have told us shit. They would have just been like, yeah, deal with it. Fucking sucks to suck. So I'm glad they're at least talking about it. Problems with account merger. Missing player and items and data. This is a big one because a lot of people have been really freaked out about this. TLDR, you have not lost any items or progress, though some players are logging in seeing some/all elements missing from their collection. We've received a number of reports that from their players that their inventory in-game is particularly, or reports of players that their inventory in-game partly or totally reset. We've returned that the case for this discrepancy in approximately half of reported cases is players not having yet completed their account merge. Okay, this is understandable. One cause for this could be due to a bug with the launch build, not providing an account merge prompt on some consoles. We've rolled out a partial UI fix earlier today to help some console players progress through the account merge flow. However, we are still working on fixes on additional UI issues. I'm not really playing much console, so I don't know what that problem is, but if you're a console player, you might know what they were talking about. In the other half of the reported case of this issue, things are just taking longer than expected for items from the original Overwatch to transfer and populate the Overwatch 2. In all cases, no player data has been wiped or lost. We have client-side fix that cannot be deployed until next week, so we're exploring server-side fixes and will provide updates as more information becomes available. There was a separate issue with account merge where players who merged their console and PC accounts were experiencing problems logging in. This bug is now resolved. If you watched any community streamers on launch day, you might have noticed that some had more trouble logging in than others. This bug was the primary cause of that. Wait a minute. Is this a slight bit of shade of all the fucking people that are just like banging at streamers' doors saying that they have streamer priority queue when that's not actually a thing and everyone's big mad about it, but like people are literally spreading misinformation for fun? I feel, you know what? Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that one. Incorrectly locked heroes and items for existing players. This is an issue separate from account merge, but the player experience is in the same as the above, where heroes and the items that should be unlocked for existing players are appearing as locked. These cases are almost certainly related to the first-time user experience flow incorrectly being applied to existing players. Siegel had this today. It was hilarious. We have seen relogging into the game resolves this issue in most cases. If you're still experiencing this issue after taking these steps, please open a support ticket. That data is very helpful to our team. On the day of launch, these issues were exacerbated by DDoS attacks. While they did not directly cause any of these issues, they made the environment in which we work on these issues more challenging. We have not suffered any further attacks. We are committing to keeping you all informed and will provide more information as it becomes available. Please keep an eye on Play Overwatch for additional updates. I don't know if that's totally true because Aaron said that they got like a second DDoS attack. I'm not sure if like the timing on these is totally like the same, but point is Blizzard has heard people's cries and problems of the SMS and obviously the disaster that launch has been. But I just want to remind you really quick. One, this is awesome because they're listening and being like, hey, we're going to try to be better and make this better for you. And two, especially all of us Overwatch players that have been grinding for the last 3 years in the absolute hell that Overwatch 1 has been. Hell, people want to play our game. That's pretty fucking cool. So, anyways, if you had the big one right here, I think is SMS, is if you had an account beforehand and you were getting locked out because you had a prepaid phone number, you now should be fine. So I appreciate the transparency, Play Overwatch, and I hope everyone gets to play some Overwatch 2 because I've been playing it recently and oh my god, it's so much fun.